All right, time to finish off the show with rapid reactions. A lot of topics, a little bit of time. Take it away, Drink.
All right, let's roll, baby. Vikings defensive end Everson Griffin was taken to a healthcare facility on Wednesday afternoon after Griffin reportedly shot a weapon at an intruder and had released a series of disturbing Instagram posts. Your reaction, Jay?
One of the more, I guess, kind of strange stories that I've read in a long time. To me, it just sounds like a classic mental health issue that he's dealing with. I'm really glad that this whole situation ended with him being transported away safe and sound, and I really hope he's getting the treatment that he needs because that definitely, from reading it, sounded like a pretty scary situation. Rick Pitino and the Iona Gales became the first team from the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the Metro Atlantic Athletic PCS Conference, to defeat an AP top 10 when they upset number 10 Alabama last night, 72-68. Any thoughts on that, Drink?
First of all, I want to word with the production and writing team for throwing this crap in here and rubbing it in. Here's the deal, Alabama. We're not, they're not quite used to the top 10 success in basketball. Football a little different, but basketball not used to it. But Iona NCAA tournament team, coached by one of the best to do it in Rick Pitino. So I'm not overly mad at that. And it's basketball. You can lose 30 games in the month of November and still be a number one seed when it comes around in March. It's just, you know how basketball go. A little exaggeration, but that's what it is. The Chicago White Sox have signed reliever Kendall Graveman to a 3-year, $24 million deal. Big deal, little deal, or no deal.
I'd say I'd give it a little deal. I would give it a big deal, but he's going to be the setup man for the White Sox closer Liam Hendricks. He was great in the first half of the season for Seattle. Then he gets traded to Houston. Wasn't quite as good, but still was effective and pitched well for them on their way to the World Series. So yeah, but the White Sox in the past couple of years they've been nailed in free agency, and they continue to do so here. The Browns have activated two major offensive contributors from injured reserve and running back Kareem Hunt and right tackle Jack Conklin. Which player's return is more important to the Browns?
Oh, you know how I feel. I'm always with them guys in the trenches, man. The right tackle, Jack Conklin. Listen, you paid this guy all this money in the offseason to come and solidify that offensive line. Now we need you to come solidify that offensive line. And here's the thing. My thing is, I don't care how elite your quarterback is. I don't care how elite your running back is. I don't care how elite your wide receivers are. None of them can do anything if your offensive line can't stop the other team from breaking the quarterback in half. So I definitely going with Jack Conklin on that one. Minnesota running back Mohamed Abraham announced he will return. He is returning to the Golden Gophers next season on Wednesday after his 2021 season ended in Minnesota's opening week loss to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Jay, what you think of this news?
I liked it. He was really impressive in that opening week. He got hurt in the third quarter and yet had 30 carries for 163 yards already. So he was great. I think he's like the number 7 back projected for next year's draft. But you only play one season in your final year, or what would have been your final year. I like the move to come back and unfinished business. And look, that's PJ Fleck's got a good program there, and I think Minnesota. I mean, we've seen it here lately. That's still an up and coming program, and you think about it, like if Ibrahim had played this year, they might. I mean, they probably have a great chance to represent the Big Ten West in the Big Ten title game. The Denver Nuggets suffered another injury on Wednesday when guard PJ Dozier suffered a torn ACL against the Portland Trailblazers. It's far from the biggest name on that team, but still tough news, right?
Absolutely. PJ Dozier was in the rotation. He was a player that got minutes, and now you lost him for the season. So now you got to go to the free agency, try to find you somebody else for the cheapskate, and get him into the rotation just in case something happens. But you never like to see these injuries, and the Denver Nuggets for sure, because injuries, pretty much cost them the season last year. So they was off to a good start, but we'll see. But you never like to see that. On Wednesday, the Kansas City Royals announced 3-time All-Star Wade Davis was retiring. Your thoughts on his career?
Yeah, definitely. His career, I almost feel kind of an upside down U. When he first started off, he was a starting pitcher, didn't really do a whole lot of note. Then when he switched over to a reliever and went to Kansas City, he was great as a setup man for the Royals and that World Series team that they had. 3-time All-Star, 3 consecutive all-time All-Star from 15 to 17. His first year with the Colorado Rockies, signed a pretty good contract from there, had a good year, but then he just tailed off. the past couple of years, his final couple of years in Colorado, went back to the Royals to finish up. As kind of an odd career, but definitely in the middle when he was an all-star, he was one of the best relievers. So definitely, and I'm glad to see that, he ended up finishing his career with the Royals, definitely where he had the most success. After 9 seasons and a 64-49 record, Skip Holtz is out as football coach for Louisiana Tech. Prior to this year, Holtz had led the Bulldogs to 7 straight bowl games. Thumbs up or thumbs down, Drink?
I'm going with thumbs down. I would like to know what the hell do Louisiana Tech think? Like, here's the deal. I would love to know the record before old Holtz got there and what they looking like now. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? What was he supposed to do? Win the state of Louisiana? Like, I mean, what we got going on here? I mean, yeah, I got it. 9 seasons. Would you want him in the New Year's 6? You want him in the playoffs? Like, would you like more? I guess more conference wins, more conference championships. Maybe that's reasonable. I can't be mad at that. But I don't know, man. I think some of these programs they get a little heavy with the firing, and I don't know. I just want to know what the expectation. What is the ceiling for Louisiana Tech? Like, what's the ceiling? Like, seriously. So I'm gonna give that one a thumbs down. Golden State Warriors shooting guard Klay Thompson participated in his first team practice on Tuesday since tearing his left ACL in the 2019 NBA Finals and his right Achilles in November of 2020. Any sense on how much longer we have to wait until the other half of the Splash Brothers return?
None at all, none whatsoever. But I tell you what, and you said it earlier, like, be a great time to see him back in about a month from now on that Christmas Day special. I think that'd be a great Christmas present for all the NBA. I think that's what I'd like to see. Last one, 2 upper echelon Eastern Conference teams get together tomorrow night when the Miami Heat visits the Chicago Bulls. Who wins that one, Drink?
I'm going with the Miami Heat, more of the veteran team. Listen, I like what the Chicago Bulls is doing, but you know me, when it's this early in the season, I'm just going to lean on the veterans. I think Jimmy Butler has really stepped his game up. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, he didn't took it to the next level there. I really like what they're doing. No knocks on the Bulls, but if I gotta pick a winner, I'm going with the most experience.
All right, well, that concludes today's Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Watts.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today, and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is A Drink of Wisdom.